Hi everyone, my name's Electric Donkey and today we're once again back in the No Man's Sky project. Now if you remember in the last video we basically wrapped everything up on the base game sort of thing. We have hit a point where we are got the inventory working, we've got all the slots working, we've got all the world generation working, we've got this planet thing working. So what I'm going to do is today we're going to go into something a little bit more specific of No Man's Sky. So at the moment the mining is rather basic, you know, you can just mine anything anywhere, so I can stand right all the way over here and mine that block there and it will go into my inventory. Well, the dirt won't, the stone won't because it's not coded up, but the dirt will. Now that's not great, is it? And also if you think about it, in No Man's Sky you do actually have a kind of laser beam like mining tool that you use. So what we're going to be trying to do is use that, which will have a range. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Well, for the mining, what we're going to do is say draw line color, and we're going to pass some things in. Not actually sure what they pass in, so obviously I forgot I'm British. There we go. Right, so we want the X and the Y, so we're going to start at our position, relatively simple, we might change that later. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say mouse, well, actually what we're going to do is we're going to use GX times cell width. We're going to use GY times cell height. Now that will put it to the corner, so it won't look great to start with, but it will give us the idea. Color one, we're going to say C cyan, not a colour in this. Aqua. Let's go for aqua. Okay, so what this will do is when we hold down the button, it should draw a line, which is our mining beam, from our player to the block. We appear not to have that at the moment, so let me try and figure out what's going on there then. That's because it's not in the draw event. So what we're going to do is we're going to say if draw, no, we're just going to say draw equals true. And then we need to add another event, which is going to be mouse, global mouse left released. We're going to say draw equals false. So effectively when it says, when we are holding down, it's going to set the variable to equal true. So we just need to set it in the create event so we don't have any issues like that. Then we're going to make a draw event, and we're just going to say if draw, so if we're holding down our mouse button, then we're going to draw that line. Okay, so now that should work, fingers crossed. The events and everything's working properly, and that's alright. I forgot though, we do have to draw self, so and we'll also have some other issues I think there as well. So in the draw event you do also really want to put draw self, otherwise we'll again come up with quite a few issues. And we also need to go into our left button and copy this bit here to get out of our GX and GY variables. So paste them up there, now that should work. And don't worry, I will go back and give you all lots of time to see what's going on. So you can see there, yep, the beam is coming out and the beam is working. Okay, now what's next? Well, at the moment we can go all the way over here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a range to our mining. So global right button in the global left button, even in the player. Also I will just quickly go through what I've got here. So in the global left release, we've got a draw equals false. In the draw event, we've got our GX and GY, which are set off our scripts of our mouse coordinates. Then we're saying if we are holding down, we're going to draw the line. And finally, we're just drawing ourselves. Okay, so in the left button, we're going to have a few, just to start with, we're just going to have it on the line. So we're going to say if point distance x, y, gx times cell width. Actually, let's just do gx. No, that won't work with it. Times cell width gy times cell height. We're going to say is less than 100 to start with. Then we're going to set draw to true. Else draw equals false. So what this is doing is it's checking the distance between our player and the mouse coordinates there. And if it's less than 100, then we're going to draw a line. If it's not, we're not going to draw a line. So effectively it's going to limit the distance we can mine. So you can see there, as soon as we go past that block, we can no longer mine. Only problem is, at the moment, it's not working properly. It's only to do with the line at the moment. So how are we going to do that for the whole thing? We're going to go into the left button and copy this little bit here and basically just put it in for the whole thing there. I'm going to have an else as well for this. And in the else we're going to say count equals 0, prev tile equals 0. That's just going to reset it if we move outside of our range. Okay, let's give this a go now. And yeah, sorry again, I have gone a bit too fast on that bit, so I'll go back and do that again. But you can see we're inside our range, you know, we can see the thing drawing. What if we try and get this one, say? It should stay there forever and we'll never be able to get it. Yep, you can see that's working, but within this range, say that one there, absolutely fine, we'll just mind it. Okay, so now we've got some range, we've got a slightly more realistic looking No Man's Sky type thing. It doesn't look great at the moment. We'll add some particles to it and we'll also add a limit so you can't get that block there, so you have to mine all these ones over the top of it. And overall we'll make it look a little bit better, but for the time being we've got the general gist of that down, and what I'll do is I'll leave that up for a little bit. It's just this bit here around basically all of the thing, the left button pressed event, and then right at the bottom we've just got an else resetting it to exactly the same as what we've got here. Okay, so I'll leave that for you for a couple of seconds. Okay, now yeah, I think we've pretty much wrapped that up for the moment. We've got it working to a relatively okay standard. The only thing we've got left to do now is a couple more checks and to make it look a bit better. So hopefully this should start to become a little bit more like what No Man's Sky currently is. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, or just do whatever you guys want to do, and I will talk to you in the next one.